How's it going, everybody? Let's talk a little bit about juicing fruits and vegetables. I got interested in juicing fruits and vegetables after watching a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It's basically about a guy that had all sorts of health ailments, and he went on, I think, like a 60-day juice fast where all he was consuming was fruit and vegetable juice. After doing some research about juicing, I learned that the healthiest stuff is basically going to be your leafy vegetables. And unfortunately, a lot of centrifugal juicers don't really handle leafy vegetables very well. So I ended up going with this particular juicer. It's called a Super Angel, and it's a masticating juicer. So it has these gears that actually chew everything up. There's other types of masticating juicers, but I liked this particular one because the result is like the smoothest, I would say. Some of the other ones can be a little bit pulpy, whereas there's almost no pulp coming out of the Angel. One of my favorite recipes involves kale, spinach, carrots, and then some fruits like lemon or lime and apples. And occasionally, if I have it handy, I'll throw in some random other vegetable like squash, for example. Okay, so while I prepare some of these fruits and vegetables, let's talk a little bit about some of the benefits that I've felt when drinking this stuff. I immediately felt a lot more energy, and pretty much right after I had taken in one of these juices, it makes about I don't know, maybe 12 to 16 ounces. I immediately felt satiated and alert, like really, really alert. And pretty much the flavor, I kind of like the flavor, but I can definitely tell that the heaviness of the vegetables might be a bit much for people that haven't tried it before. But I tended to like it. I never regretted drinking this stuff. And occasionally I would add ginger to give it a little bit more zest even. But yeah, the energy boost was like the most noticeable thing. So you might be wondering, why not just eat the vegetables or eat the fruits? And that's a good question. But I think that the gist of it is that the sheer quantity of vegetables that goes into a juice, most people really couldn't physically consume in one sitting. That's kind of the nice thing about juicing all this stuff is that you really extract out all the nutrients and you basically make a 16 to 20 ounce drink once you're done, and you get all of this gigantic boost of micronutrients from this. I have seen some folks, they put it all into like a blender, like a blend tech, and that works out great for them. I've done the same sort of thing in a blend tech, and the flavor comes out completely differently. And I'm not a huge fan of that, so I tend to stick to the juicing. It's also important to note that the better quality of juicer you have, the more product that you're going to get in your drink here. So, for example, like a lot of the centrifugal juicers, the ones that kind of look like blenders, they tend to not extract out very much juice compared to a masticating juicer. So, one of the biggest criticisms of juicing is that it can get expensive because of the amount of vegetables you need to make a drink. But if you actually invest upfront in a better juicer, long term, and by long term I mean not that long, it's probably just like a few months. These things, like the higher quality juicers, kind of pay for themselves in vegetables and fruits that they're juicing. Because instead of needing like double the number of produce, you can get by with half the amount, and then you'll actually get like a much more rich juice, basically. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Let me know in the comments below if you've actually tried to juice fruits and vegetables, and let me know how that went for you. Thanks again. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.